Hi, wonderful people. It's Carla Cosmic Crone. Good evening. I'm sitting here in front of my altar that I make when I'm about to begin a new program with clients. And I have the painting of the womb centering circle of women, and I have sacred objects representing the goddess and representing the clients who are coming in. And there is still coming on to let you know that we are about to close registration on Sex After Menopause. I am having a terrible connection with my internet, so I'm going to just speak with you a few moments and then move on. Yeah, we start tomorrow, Wednesday the 24th at 1 o'clock, and we're holding open the registration right up until noon because I know there are women who want this and we have space for you. So what are we doing in Sex After Menopause? Hi, Audrey. Hi, Shannon. What we're doing is we are tapping in to the deepest wisdom of our bodies and our souls, which is our womb. And one of the things that I understand from my work with women for all these years and my own life is that as you approach menopause and move over into menopause, sex can become really crazy. I wish Facebook wouldn't bounce around like that. There's the women who come to me are suffering from hysterectomy, that they're really having trouble finding their sexuality, their desire, their comfort in their body after the hysterectomy. And part of that has to do with the reason for the hysterectomy. Hysterectomy is sometimes a necessary healing modality. The only way to deal with the stuff that's stuck in your womb is to remove it surgically. And that it may solve some of the problems, especially if you're perceiving everything as a physical problem, but it definitely does not solve the mental, emotional, and spiritual problems that are underlying and surrounding whatever the physical problem was, because we are holistic beings and every physical thing has a spiritual component. So Sex After Menopause, and who are doing that level of clearing, who are wanting to regain their sexuality, their sense of belonging in their body, their pleasure, their relationship, if they're partnered, married, they want to restore their sex life with their partner. And after the hysterectomy, it just hasn't worked. So that's one of the things that's possible in Sex After. Others, I'm working with women who want more. And you may find that sex still works. You still have a sex life. It may not be as vital and active as it used to be. It may not be, things have definitely changed. But something about midlife women, we want more. We do not settle for the same thing. I can remember when I was entering this phase of my life, and I was in the fiery 40s. I was actually before, well enough before the menopause era that I wasn't really thinking about that yet, but I was definitely in the full throttle perimenopause, and I call that the fiery 40s. And I reached the point where sex had become so routine, and I was so frustrated because I said, if we do it the same way we've done it for 20 years, I'm just not ever doing it again. And I know a lot of women who feel that way. And so part of what we do is, first off, a lot of women in this age group between 50 and say 70, we do not have accurate, correct information about how our bodies work sexually. So there is a whole unit on female anatomy, erotic anatomy. How does your body work? What are the parts? How can, if you've never felt that part before, how can you, so there is practice involved, as well as knowledge and information. It's adult sex education for grown-ass women who have been around the block many times, but certain basic information and knowledge about their bodies and their sexuality has been withheld from you. So we fill that gap in Sex After Menopause. Oh, and it's so much fun. And then, what's another thing that can happen? We cover things like different kinds of orgasm. We cover how your body has changed in terms of what feels good, what gives you pleasure, how do you need to treat your body now that the hormones are different. So there is exploration, there is tenderness, there is deep healing around, oh, that doesn't feel good anymore. Oh, but this does. And what we do is we unwind and unfold layers and layers of pleasure that you still have inside of you, even if the way things used to be are not working. So that's a big part of what we do. And it's not about regaining lost youth. If you're looking at Sex After Menopause as an idea of I'm 30 again, or, well, my partner sure as hell isn't 30 again, how's that going to work? For both you and your partner, Sex After Menopause is about discovering what's new, discovering what's possible, what's available, and it's so much deeper and wider than you could imagine. So that's what we're doing. We are saying, all right, where are you? What used to work that doesn't seem to work anymore? What seems to be the problem? And was it a problem before menopause? Or is it something that came with the passage of time and the changes in your body and with your partner's body? And then, okay, great. We look at all that, and then we say, and have you tried this? And here's how you explore that. And here's how you talk about that. Because the other thing that may be happening if you're in a long relationship or even in a new relationship, you may need to learn a new language for talking about sex and declaring what you want. This is the thing about us as midlife women. We have had it with settling. And we may not have the skills or the language for expressing that with our partners and even inside of ourselves. But we know this is part of that wanting more. This is that part about, I am tired of it being all about you. I am tired of taking care of other people, including you. When is it going to be my turn? Well, it is your turn now. And there's a skill set in claiming that, owning it, allowing it, dealing with any feelings of guilt, shame, or emotion around whether or not you're allowed to have what you want. We come with so much crap around the simplicity of our desire and the simplicity of we are allowed to have what we want. And I also know that women are often, oh my gosh, it's like, do I have to teach him how to make love to me? Why can't he do his own work and figure it out? Yes, you have to take charge of your own pleasure, your own orgasm. Know your body. You cannot abdicate this to a partner, especially if your partner has not known how to do it for the last 10 or 20 years. I know, it's a pain in the ass. Why do I have to do this emotional labor of having the sex life? Why does it all fall on me? I was so angry with my therapist 20 years ago, 25 years ago, when she told me that. Yeah, you've got to tell him what you want. And part of that was my shame, my wounding, my not quite knowing. If I knew what I wanted, I would ask for it. I just know I am going crazy. And I don't know how to fix it. He's supposed to fix it. Well, no, he's not. He is supposed to. You do need to invite him to participate. He has to want this. And what I have seen with the vast majority of the women I've worked with, when they gain that inner confidence, when they learn the language, when they learn your own language and how to translate that into his masculine language, you find you have a very willing and able partner, and things can deepen and become so profound between you. And he becomes enthusiastic and wants to learn. He realizes, one of the things that can shut a man down is thinking that he doesn't know how to please you and sensing that you've lost interest, you're bored, you're not happy with him anymore, and that can create a spiral downward of shutting down. And so what we are doing in Sex After Menopause, the 10-week program, is we are spiraling upward together. So this is the work that we do. And part of the beauty about this program, it is such a small, intimate group. I just take a handful of women. So I can customize it to where you are. If we have a group full of women in long marriages who are really working with revitalizing their sex life with their spouse, we can focus more on those issues. And if we have a room full of single women who are simply wanting to tap into your erotic power and heal old wounds of sexuality and do the womb clearing and womb healing work, we can focus there. And the fact is, we get it all done. So, but the emphasis and meeting you where you are and meeting your needs. And one of the things you will do is you will have some goals to help direct your own energy and your own effort and to motivate and inspire you to participate and to do the homework. This is not a class where you sit and take notes. This is a program of healing, skills, practice, deep transformation. And when I am with you for an hour, hour and a half, once a week, I will do everything I can to hold space for you. And then you have to practice during the week. And it is so beautiful, so deep, so wonderful. And I can't wait. We start tomorrow. That might feel like a rush if this is the first time you're seeing it and you're saying, I want. Well, go to the link, go to cosmiccrone.com/sex after menopause. No, not sex after menopause. It's SAM 8 week, SAM numeral 8, WEEK. And I'll put the link in the comments. And it might be on the homepage. I can't even remember. if I put it on the homepage at cosmiccrone.com. But you can go in there, you can look it over. We have generous payment plans where if you need to take a payment plan, you can find one that's affordable, or you can pay up front and save a little money. I also have the platinum option, where if you feel like you really want more support, you can get 4 private sessions along with the small group program. So there's the link to look at that and say, yeah, I want more. Give me the platinum. So you can have the gold group only, or platinum group plus 4 private sessions. So very excited to start with you tomorrow. And tomorrow is an orientation. So if for some reason you can't make it tomorrow, or you don't have time to take a look at the pre-work, we're just going to do an orientation, get connected, meet each other. You can catch the recording and catch up on the pre-work, and then we are hitting the ground running and going for it. Terribly exciting on July 1st. Or is it 2nd? July 1st. So that in a nutshell is Sex After Menopause, Becoming a Wise Orgasmic Woman. I hope to see you there. It is such a beautiful program. When you go to the website, you can see the results that the women who took it back this spring, and it was beyond their expectations. So I fully anticipate that it will be even better this time, because we have solstice energy and we have a couple of goddesses who are helping us out. There's new energy coming into the program, including there's you. And what much love to you. Thank you. I'm going to go let you look at that so you can see if this is your time. And I'll see you.